It's
Tabletop time.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Jen.
I'm Dave.
I'm Lachlan.
And today we are going to do our long ago promised and voted by patrons horror one-shot that kind of missed Halloween, and now it's, I think it's Thanksgiving one-shot.
As we're filming this, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Nice and spooky. And so we'll be diving into that. We'll be doing a few different things in this one-shot. But the first thing we'll be doing that isn't different is saying thank you to Black Magic for sponsoring Tabletop Time videos and bringing the channel back. So as all our one-shots are sponsored by Black Magic, we've got all our editing software. It uses DaVinci Resolve, so check out DaVinci Resolve if you're looking at editing. There's a free copy for all of you who maybe you want to take your TikToks to the next level and you're going to go on super get in there on your computer. You're going to go above the phone. You want the color grade. You want everything on fire. You get a sort of external mic. And you can
green screening. You can chroma stuff out.
Chrome is really good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
good.
good stuff for
And
free.
if you're a professional, dive into their camera equipment. All our studio is set up with Blackmagic camera equipment.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Super easy to use.
I'm very envious, as I certainly want a Blackmagic Studio Micro to film mini painting at home, but I don't have one. And where else can you listen to these things? Jen?
So if you cannot catch us visually, you may listen to us audibly on podcast, where you can find good podcasts.
Is that tabletoptime.com/podcast?
It is indeed.
Or is it's tabletoptime.com?
Oh, it's Tabletop Time, I believe.
Even I don't know.
It's one or the other. I'm sure everyone will just Google it and they'll find the right link.
We're professionals. We're professionals. So, today's one shot. Our players do not know who they are, or where they are, or why they are, or how they are. They actually have blank character sheets, and they all have amnesia, and they're going to be filling in their character sheets as we play based on, effectively what their behavior, what you want to do. So if you want to do something, you attempt it, and then I tell you what your dice pool is. And when I tell you your dice pool, you can enter that onto your stat sheet. So they're never going to change because I've got your actual character sheets. Your actual character sheets here.
I mentioned before it's like D&D bingo. So
you can fill out. And your characters are all properly made. They're all regular characters. They're not got weird like 50 stats or anything like that. I made them all to the 2 attribute 15 skills sort of thing. So
If we get 5 in a row, do we shout out bingo?
you can.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm open to that. All right, so let's get down to business. Let's find our musical cue. All right. The first thing the three of you are aware of is the sound of old, creaking timber and the gentle sway of the wind moving an old house on a hill. Part of you knows that that's where you are. Some recent memory that lingers, but without context. You find you each try to draw, as you lay with your eyes closed, on any kind of memory of how you got there or how you came to be, but you feel in that state of half sleep or half dreaming where the borderline of reality and dream are blended and merged. Are you still sleeping? Are you awake? Where are you? Who are you? You can't put your finger on it. You can't even catch your names. Who would like to act first?
Who wants to rock, paper, scissors for it?
All right.
Okay.
And then
Okay. Alicia is acting
go first.
first.
I go first. Can I open my eyes?
Cool. Your eyes peel open. There's a little crack, a feeling of crustiness, as if there's something actually in your eye or on your eye that made it more difficult to open your eyes than usual. Instinctively, you rub it away and you feel crunchy, something crunchy and granular, like sleep, but heavier. Your eyes open to a dark room. You can't make out any details. And I'm going to get you to make a perception check.
Okay.
And your dice pool is 2.
2. Okay.
And you now know that you have no reflexes, so you don't mark anything in reflexes.
Okay.
And yes, your perception pool is 2.
Okay.
And your challenge level for this is going to be scaling from 1 to 5 with more information all the way up.
5.
Of course, you all have 3 destiny points.
Oh.
So you could technically dump 3 destiny victories into a level 2 victory and get 5. I wouldn't recommend it for this check, but you could. Cool. So,
All right. I just rolled 2.
Mm-hmm. What do we get?
1.
1 success. Your eyes can't attune to any information, even as you blink and look around a few times. What tiny glimmers of light might be coming into the room, if anything. There's no obvious windows or light sources, so it's just nothing. You can't even picture out the silhouettes of objects. It's just complete darkness. But with 1 success, you are aware of some sounds and some smells. The smell almost like iron or rust lingering in the room, heavily punctuating every breath. And there's also the sound of something dripping, drops rhythmically falling into a puddle. It's at this point that Lachlan opens his eyes.
I too would like to look around.
Make a perception check. Your challenge level, your dice pool for perception is 3. 3 successes.
Yay.
Aside from what was already detected by Alicia, you smell just a hint of something sweet in the air as well. Just a sickly, sweet tone punctuating that iron smell that fills the room. And you fumble around a little bit and your hands rouse Jen, whose eye, like you just sort of bump her shoulder and you feel the contact.
Huh?
Your eyes open.
What?
And you awake.
I open my eyes.
And you see very little. But in the fumbling Lachlan, you find a hard metal cylinder that, by feeling around the shape a little bit, you recognize as a torch.
I attempt to turn it on.
You find the switch relatively easily and flick it. The light... the light immediately blinds you for a second as it flashes into your eyes, and then it flickers multiple times, providing inconsistent lighting. You are holding a light that is flickering inconsistently.
Percussive maintenance.
Percussive maintenance. You're going to attempt to fix it?
Just smack it until the light solidifies.
You smack it a couple of times and the light flickers, and then you feel more competent than that. And you can attempt to make a vocational check with a dice pool of 6.
Whoa.
Dice pool of 6.
And this is a vocational skill that we're going to call tinkering.
Tinkering.
And the challenge level for this is only a 2.
I got 4.
You, even in the half light, you flick the torch off, you unscrew the bottom of the torch, you go in, you slightly bend one of the contacts and move the batteries in the thing and reconnect the base of the torch and then turn it back on, and the light beam is strong and solid.
There we go. That's a bit better.
It shines around the room.
I
You illuminate the situation. In front of you, you see multiple people in the room. There is a girl. She's short. She has... her hair is matted on one side. This is Alicia. Her hair is matted on one side, and you can see a stain of blood on the side of her head that kind of feeds into her eye a little bit, and it's sort of pasting half her hair to her side of her head. And she can't it kind of obscures her face. She's got blood down one side of her face. It's hard to sort of make out her details. But she's short and fairly stocky, you'd say. She looks strong. She looks like a bit of a strong woman. And then you see a more beautiful figure in Jen, who you describe as sort of your conventional high school sweetheart. She's very pretty, but looks like to be in duress. She's quite roughed up. She's clearly been in a scuffle or something, or tossed down into this room where you are. Her hair's messy and out of place. Her makeup looks old, maybe a day old, and is slightly smeared. But they are not the only people in the room. You also see 3 others. You see a man in a flannel shirt. He has a single unhooked strap on denim overalls and a thick moustache. There is, laying on the floor, a blonde-haired man with a long fringe and shoulder-length straight hair sweeping back slightly. And there is another girl who you would describe as having huge hair, big hair, lots of it. It's lightly curled and framing her pale features. It's blonde. She also seems to have a matted clump of blood in her hair. And she lays on the ground, seemingly unconscious. That girl, she seems withered, tired, but also perhaps malnourished, like she's been here for too long. And as you scan the room, you see the detail in it. It looks unhygienic. It looks dirtier than anywhere you've ever been in your life. What does anyone want to do?
I'm going to yawn and be like, oh, that was a lovely nap.
So who looks the most messed up out of all of these people?
The lady with the big hair on the ground.
I'm going to go up to her, shine my torch, and go, "Hey, you all right?"
I'm going to get you to make a survival check to check in on her, see if you can get her conscious and able. You have a dice pool of 5. And you now know you have 1 intelligence as an attribute. Five successes!
Wow, that's impressive.
Okay, what would you like to do? You exceedingly succeeded, but describe how you would provide some aid to this person.
I walk up, I gently grab her shoulder. If she doesn't respond, I gently check her over, check the wound, see how bad it is, maybe clean it out, move a bit out of her face, check her pulse, check her breathing, general sort of.
You rouse her, look after her, and after a small period of time, she opens her eyes. Hello?
Hey, are you okay?
Am I home yet?
I hope not.
I
honestly don't know.
She blinks her eyes a few more times, and then they come to a focus. You manage to successfully. I'm going to say you definitely find a discarded bottle of water near her that has some water in it. You feed her a little bit of water, and then she drinks a sip, blinks again. You're new. You're new here. Oh gods, I'm so sorry.
So, what is here?
This. I think it's hell.
I'm sure it. Oh.
All right. Yeah, you make a perception check again. It's for Lachlan.
1 success.
Okay. She blinks a few more times. And then I'm going to say you groggily, you kind of help her to her feet and she leans up against a box. Is there anything anyone else would like to do as you're in this room?
I'm going to crawl over to the man in the flanny
Okay. Yep.
and check him out.
you make a survival check as well. You have 3 dice to roll and no points in intelligence.
Okay.
One success. You go to appraise his condition and you don't get too much out of it, but he doesn't seem dead. I'm going to get you to roll perception as well.
Sure.
And your challenge, your dice pool for perception is 6, and you have 2 points in reflexes.
Hey.
You lithely move about the room with kind of like the grace and speed of perhaps, and you recognize you're not mature adults. You're probably like late teens, and you move with the grace of someone who's maybe like a cheerleader or on the gym team or something like that.
Sure. 4 successes.
4 successes. You, upon realizing that you don't have any kind of medical knowledge or skills to help this man, but you do assess him quickly, and with your quick overview, you see that he is probably in the best condition of anyone in the room. If anything, you'd say he maybe is the most recent addition to the room besides yourselves, or maybe due to looking around the room, you can see that 2 women have injured heads. He seems fairly uninjured, so maybe he didn't go with as much of a struggle.
Yep.
You can't ascertain too much, except that he seems to be in the best condition of everyone.
Okay.
And you managed to rouse him. He was just sleeping, and his eyes open and look
Give him
towards
a bit
you.
of a shake.
What? Well, oh, who are you? Oh, hi there. Welcome. What? Oh, God, I'm still here. Oh. Well, at least you're here now.
Hi. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Do you know where he is?
God, shit, I think I got an idea, actually. Let me just, and I'm going to roll a destiny roll for him. 14. I can make my guesses anyway. What was your name, love?
I don't actually know. I can't remember. I can't remember anything.
Oh, that's no good at all. Don't let, not wanting to be rude. My name's Skater. And he throws his hand out.
Pleasure to meet you, Skater.
Yeah, last I recall, I was coming onto this here property to have a word with the owner. I mean, if we are still here, that is. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who these people are?
I'm gonna give him to roll a check. No idea. And can I get you to roll perception?
Challenge level.
2.
3.
You get the vague sense that he's not entirely being honest with that. You don't get the feeling he knows like a huge amount, but you get the feeling that maybe he hasn't been asleep the whole time. Like, you just get this sus feeling that, like, you know, maybe he has been looking at you or something while you've been here unconscious or while you got dropped off, but he maybe has that sign of, like, not wanting to reveal that information.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Does anyone else want to say anything? Do anything?
Yeah, you guys can freely act.
Can I like check on my own head or something?
Yeah.
Is it really hurting?
I'll get you to make a, if I got anything appropriate for you for that, I'm going to get you to make a survival check. Yeah. Your challenge level is 7. Sorry, not your challenge level. Your dice pool is 7.
Oh, damn.
And you have 2 points in intelligence. And you rapidly, your mind flashes to medical knowledge, and you actually know, like, you're like, oh, I better check do I need stitches? Like, you have a good grasp of this. So make a roll. And to do this kind of assessment, I'm going to say requires skill. So challenge level 3. But you have 7 dice.
Yeah. Okay. 3.
3 successes.
Yep.
you ascertain that there is a split in your hairline where there is quite a welt on it too. And you feel it. And you feel like you're quite sure with that roll that you have hit your head significantly. But you're smart enough to recognize the room and read the room. And you immediately feel that you were probably hit. You were violently struck and knocked unconscious is your assessment. But the wound, while being nasty, it's split. It does seem to have coagulated. And while you would probably go and get it checked at a doctor, you're not in any immediate danger.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Is everybody still alive?
Well, I think so. I haven't seen anyone.
There's still one person on the floor, isn't there?
Yeah,
His voice
one hand
trails
man.
off slightly awkwardly. Yeah, but the man's chest is heaving with breath. There's a bunch of crates and boxes. The room is quite cluttered.
Well, are we just going to sit around or try and find a way out?
Well, who are you guys? Who do you know?
Well, that's interesting. I've no idea.
Oh, well, neither do I. But I mean, we're together, then that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if we...
You guys seem familiar, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, I mean, we're all together, so maybe whenever what happened brought us together, we saw each other. Who knows?
Well, you did all come in at the same time.
Oh, you know what's going on here?
I don't know what's going on, but I know you came in at the same time, says
Oh.
the girl. This is
Yeah.
whose name you haven't got.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
My name's Haven.
Haven.
And then in a Haven Davenport. She smiles a little bit, like remembering a pageant life. I know it won't just be your heads that I saw. And she gestures up to the roof, and you see that the ceiling is quite tall, and there's a hatch in the roof that is closed above. She says, y'all got dropped down that hatch about the same time.
Down that.
I say last night, but I don't really know if it's night or day down here.
That's a big fall. That's kind of scary, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Is there any way to get up to the hatch, or it's just like from the roof?
Not immediately, obviously. You could
Yeah.
probably push boxes around and, make your way up. But you kind of have just woken up and stood up. This room's actually quite large. It's expansive. It probably runs maybe like 40 foot long. Just like 12 meters. It's like quite a long room. And you're sort of in the center, and there's boxes and the more you're becoming aware of, there's scraps of discarded food and also a bucket. And you don't want to draw too much attention to the bucket.
I think I'm gonna go have a look in these boxes, and I mean they're here. Let's go see what's in them. I'm gonna walk over to the box and try and open it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bit hungry.
And these are crates, wooden crates. And
Yep.
you're going to attempt to open it.
Yeah, give it a shot.
I'm going to get you to pry it open. I'm going to say it's requiring a lot of hand strength. And I'm going to get you to make a grip check. You have 3 dice and no points in strength.
Cool.
The challenge level for this is 3.
No.
You get no success. You basically try and push your fingers into this thing and pry open the side of this crate that's nearby. And as you do it, you feel a snap as one of your fingernails snaps. And you look at your fingernails and you see they're like beautifully manicured, like soft, delicate fingernails.
You need a hand there?
Yeah, I mean, give it a shot.
I'll attempt to help pry open the crate or pry open the crate instead.
Okay. You can make the same roll. You have 5 dice and 1 point in strength. So you have 1 point in grip.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. And the fellow that you're with, you haven't paid much attention to, he's rather strapping. He's kind of looks like a bit like a quarterback. Like he's the the high school dude, a handsome fellow. He's got like cropped blonde hair that's a bit sweaty and
You are.
out of shape, and he's just wearing a blue button-up shirt, and like one of the top buttons ripped. It's kind of open, and like his sleeves are pulled up on the corners, and like he looking fine. Like when he pulled the crate open, he flexes out, the shirt bulges a little bit, and
Yeah, right.
pop.
Are you sure we haven't met before?
If I can, I'm sorry to say I don't remember.
Alicia, you are not interested in the slightest.
Oh, okay.
He just looks like a gorilla to you.
Yeah. Gross.
So, and the side of the crate pops open.
We look inside.
Roll destiny for what's in the crate.
Oh, come on.
The side pops off the crate and just whoosh, packing peanuts just pour out into the room. And there's a statue head. It just looks like a stone head in the center of the box. A human head, but stylized.
Point the torch at it.
You point, it shines. It's a stone statue head, or it appears to be stylized.
Is it anything that I recognize? I doubt it. I do have quite the head wound, but
I'm going to have a look. Make a general knowledge check.
is there a penalty due to amnesia?
No, you just have 5 dice.
Oh,
So you now find out your general knowledge is 5. Have you done an intelligence skill yet?
Yeah.
Yep. So you have, cool. Challenge level is probably like a 4.
I got 1.
Okay, cool. You have no idea. It just looks like a stone statue head.
Okay, that's
Not helpful.
I mean, technically you can eat peanuts, so there's a fruit source for everyone. Anyway, should we open the rest of these crates, or?
It's that.
Skeeter pipes up and he goes, I don't know what the point in opening up the crates is gonna be.
Do you have some suggestions on what we should do then?
I don't know. Sit down and try and enjoy the most of our time here together.
And slowly waste away. I don't think that's a good idea. I'd like to try and find a way out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, there's a door over there, and he points to behind a pile of crates. But I don't much recommend it.
Do you recommend the hatch instead?
Well, how the hell are you gonna get up there?
There's a bunch of boxes.
They're heavy ass boxes.
I got a bit of muscle. And there's 5, 6 of us.
Well, why don't you recommend the door?
Go take a look if you want.
Yeah, I'll go investigate it.
You round the corner and you see pitch black darkness as the shadows from the single torch source of light that you have.
I follow.
Oh, and if you're wondering why I hadn't tried to go up the hatch, it's because that torch fell in with you.
So
Been kind of nice to see who I've been sitting in here with for a couple of days.
This is
couple
so
of
weird.
days.
Yeah.
Dang.
So you follow around with the light, and the light casts towards a door. It's boarded up, and I'm gonna get you, Lachlan, to make a perception check as you shine the torch on it.
2 successes.
There is a circular saw blade covered in what looks like rust and blood on a board near the door. Make a tinkering check. Challenge level 3.
1, 2, 3.
3.
You recognize that this is a sprung trap. And there is stains on the floor, as well as something more textured and chunky.
I'm going to move the flashlight. Let's say towards it to start with. Mm-hmm. Just like, what the hell? And just follow the
chunky. It looks like bits of people
Yeah, and then I'm going to quickly go away. It's like, I think he's got a point about the door.
You do recognize that the trap has been sprung. It's not a set trap.
Or, I should say.
But there may be more.
We should be careful about where we step and what we touch. Because who?
From above. Dust. Through gaps in floorboards.
Okay, this is getting worse and worse by the minute.
Because who or whatever has put us here?
That must have been my gator, says Skater.
Your alligator?
Lily! Lily! He shouts out. Oh. She ain't responding.
Maybe she can't hear you this.
By the way, he has this massive mustache. It's like bristling whenever he breathes it. It's like...
I'm going to pull you closer and kind of say that, like, everyone in here is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, you still don't remember why you're here? I'm here because of Lily.
The alligator.
Your alligator.
If that's Lily, I'm guessing that means why I'm where I think I am. This is my damn neighbor's house. I came over here, a couple of days ago. Lily got out of my alligator farm. She escaped, and I was chasing her into the shed outside the damn house, and last thing I remember.
So if this is your neighbor's place, then where are we exactly?
Oh, what's this place called again? This old mansion on the hill. Who was it? The Hayes family mansion? Some nonsense about it being haunted, but I just wanted to find my damn gator.
Haunted like ghosts?
I mean, you don't believe in that stuff, do you?
I've actually always been really interested in it.
Well, in my opinion, a ghost can't set a trap.
Alicia, I'm going to get you to make an occultism vocational check. You have 7 dice in this. It's a vocational skill, so you can write it down in your vocational skills. And once I give you these skills, by the way, you can call them at any time that you want to use them.
Okay.
You have 7 dice in that, so mark that down so you don't.
Okay.
In the little box next to occultism. Yep.
Okay.
And the challenge level for this is you're forcing back memory. I'm going to get you to go a 4. 4 is the challenge level.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
3.
Do you want to make it 4? You kind of.
Yeah. Can I use a destiny point?
You may. You spend a destiny to make it a 4. And pushing through like a fog of memory, you focus. And suddenly, for some reason, the image of fangs pops into your head. And then, in a flurry, you recall something about a house on a hill in the area where in the town you grew up. You think you're not quite sure, but is that a local town? The Hayes family house. And for some reason, rumors of a vampire, but you feel that vampires aren't real. You have a strong sense that anything spiritual, while you feel like you know a lot about it and you're quite learned into it, you feel like none of it's real. You don't believe in it. You're a skeptic.
Yeah. Does anyone have any memories of fangs?
You
I
do not.
immediately inspect myself for bite marks.
You do not have any bite marks.
No, doesn't seem like I've encountered any either, so that's good. But I would like to get out of here, and I'd like to do it carefully because I do not like to look at that saw blade or anything else that might
All right.
be sprung.
So what's the plan?
Well, we can either try and open all of these crates and see if that amounts to anything, or maybe we press on and go through the door and see what awaits us on the other side, because we're dead if we stay here.
Do I see any rope?
No rope.
Damn. How well fixed to this wall are these boards? This door? Are
They
these
look
boards?
very well fixed. If you're honest, you'd probably say that the better approach looks to be the roof, the easier approach.
Okay.
Can I check out the other guy that's on the floor with the blonde hair
Yeah, yeah.
and just
You go look at
examine him? Yeah.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Okay. I give him a good just shake.
His eyes flitter open. Oh, hello.
Hey, buddy.
It wasn't a dream then.
No, unfortunately not. We're all trapped here. What's your name?
It's a weird thing to be chipper about.
Colin. Colin is my name.
Colin.
Where's Sandy? And he looks up and blinks and looks around.
Who is Sandy?
My girlfriend. I travel here with her to this town. The backpackers.
I kind of look around the room.
He looks around kind of frantically and then his eyes fall and Haven says, Colin, you know she was taken yesterday. And then his eyes fall once again and he starts to weep.
Hold on. She was taken? By
Col-
who?
Colin
away.
becomes inconsolable, but Haven says, taken out of the room.
Okay, I'm going to comfort the guy a little bit and just kind of sit with him and
How
rub his back and stuff.
how is he? How was she taken? Like through the roof?
I'm going to get you to roll a perception check.
1.
1. Okay. You immediately feel something, a twang. A weird twang. An uncomfortable twang of suspicion. Mystery kind of comes in and you're like, that is odd. And she just says, I don't know. But they were in the room. And then she was gone.
Have you heard anything since? Any screams? Any
Oh,
running?
the screams happen all the time.
Great. Great.
Should we try the hatch at the top?
You're welcome to give it a crack.
Yeah.
I should find a way to get up there.
You can try moving some crates around.
I moved some crates around.
All right, I'm going to get you to... So how are you trying to move them? Are you trying to push them, shove them, lift them?
Yeah, just like pushing them
Okay.
into the center.
I'm going to get you to make an athletics check to push them across. The challenge level is going to be 2,
Okay.
and you have 5 dice to roll
Okay.
and no points in strength.
Okay.
3 successes. There is a grinding sound of wood on wood as the surprisingly strong girl just pushes this massive crate with a statue in it across the room to underneath the hatch.
You're a lot stronger than you look.
Yeah. I ate my spinach.
All right.
Should we try climb them?
And at this stage, you all kind of have that ear-ringing sound and grab your head. I'm getting you to all roll a destiny dice, and anyone who gets over 10 can choose a skill on their character sheet, and I will reveal it to you as you remember parts of your past.
Oh! Hey.
Okay. 6. Okay, so it's just Jen. You can choose a skill, or you can pick a vocation, and I'll give you information.
Yeah, I'm going to pick vacation.
All right. So you suddenly looking around the room and feeling very on edge, very defensive. Skeeter looks at you funny. His eyes like smile at you in a way that men have looked at you before. And unconsciously, without even thinking about it, your foot slides back across the floor, your front foot moves forward and tilts to an angle. Your hands pull and you look down and without realizing it, you've assumed a defensive form. And you suddenly remember, instinctively as it flows through you, you're well versed in karate.
Heck yeah.
So you have unarmed combat, vocational combat skill with 8 dice in it. Damn. You're an extremely talented martial artist. And you're quite confident you could defend yourself from anyone in the room if they didn't take you by surprise.
I kind of narrow my eyes at him a little bit. He's staring at me.
I have an idea, but I'm not sure if whoever I am has the idea. So you said that with that perception roll, I was picking up that something was suspicious about that. Can I make a roll to try and work that out instead of just like meta? Just
Yeah. So I'm going to...
general knowledge or vocation?
Yeah, I'm going to say for you, it's going to be general knowledge.
Challenge level? Just scaling?
4. It's a hard one to work out what's feeling sus. I mean, you already assumed that someone entering and leaving the room without anyone knowing about it is very strange, given that the room seems sealed off. 2 successes. You don't... I said 4. So you don't think of any immediate like answers to that query. But there is now a box in the center of the room, and the 3 of you standing around.
Do we feel like
Jen being very defensive.
Can we stand up and get to the hatch on that one box? We've got to pile a couple on.
On the box, you could jump up and like lift and pull if you could get the thing open. That would be harder for Alicia's character, who's quite short.
Do I think I could do it?
Yeah. I'm going to say you do.
I'll give it a shot. I'll see if I can get it open. I stand up.
So you stand on top of the crate, and you're going to try and jump and like throw up through the hatch.
And I tell Lachlan to just shine the light. So
I shine the light, but I also move closer, like
to catch if needed.
If needed.
And Alicia, you feel instinctively to do the same, that you could catch. You kind of get on the other side, and you feel pretty confident about your strength and your capacity to do that.
Am I taller than the box?
Yeah, it's not a huge box.
Maybe you could get on my shoulders off the box and then get a bit of extra leverage.
Jen, you feel pretty confident you got this.
It's all right, I got this.
I'm going to get you to make an acrobatics check to leap up and like grab the thing and punch the hatch. It's like one of those roof hatches. So your plan is to like jump and like punch it out of the way and then jump and climb out.
I was picturing like fall.
Yeah, it's like one of those like to climb into the ceiling and you just kind of push it out. So you have 7 dice and 2 reflexes if I haven't already told you that. So you have 7 dice in athletics.
In athletics?
Acrobatics, sorry.
Acrobatics, I'm just double checking. 6.
And your challenge level to do this is... I'm going to say 3 to do it poorly and 4 to do it well.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
4. All right, so you basically like spring on your feet and like punch pop this thing out of the way, and then you jump up, grab the ledge, and with such a good roll, sort of like deftly in the momentum of the jump, pull yourself up, like almost like a gymnast, and you feel quite, and then you like push the rest of your body up.
Memories or like a vague sense of like cheerleading, sort of.
Yeah, you have that kind of thing, and I'm going to tell you that you're not strong, and in doing that fluid movement, you feel that you actually, it's due to technique of your acrobatic jump, not physical strength. You feel like you couldn't lift yourself. You couldn't hold your thing and like pull yourself up. No way. But it's because you could jump, pull, push, that you got all the weight in the right places, that you could do it in one flowing movement. And you tumble out into a room above, and the 2 of you see the feet of this girl disappear.
What do you see up there?
What do I see?
Darkness.
I kind of put my head over and say, it's very dark. Can't really see much. I'll try and see if I can get a rope, or maybe I can catch you. If I have my arms down, how far down can I reach?
I was going to say, could you give me a leg up?
Yeah, I can try that if you want to jump or
I'm going to freely let you help Alicia up a bit so she can reach the ledge. Yeah. Alicia, you grab the ledge, and using your options due to your shortness is pretty much to use brute strength to just pull up.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a grip check.
Can I assist her?
You can assist if needed, but I'll let her
Sure, yeah.
make the check.
Cool.
And I'll actually let you assist after if things go poorly.
Sure.
You need to get body weight a 3.
Okay.
You have 6 dice in grip.
Ooh, okay.
You get a 2. All right. Jen, with the assist, what are you thinking to assist?
I don't know what. My grip is 3, so I'm assuming it's going to be pretty horrible. Acrobatics is the best.
But how can you assist with acrobatics? Lachlan, you could probably also
He,
assist.
like,
You could
yeah,
help
could
boost.
Push me.
Yeah, I guess that'd probably be throw.
You can attempt to throw.
me.
Do you want to attempt to throw?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll attempt to, by throw, like, just shove up.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that'd be throw or athletics.
I'm going to call it. I'm going to give you both by telling you that you have 4 dice in throw and no points in it. So you go, you think maybe I'll throw, and then you go, actually, no, I'm just going to push. And you can assist with athletics. You have 7 dice. You're very, very fit.
7, yeah, I'll go with that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you get
One,
2
two, three,
additional
4, 5,
successes,
6.
3 additional successes, and Alicia clambers up through the hole, leaving Lachlan alone down the bottom.
I look around to the others. All right, who's next?
Yeah, me. I'll go. I'll go up. I want to get out of here. And Skeeter clambers up.
He looked. Did he look fit? As
No,
well?
he looks like he looks kind of like a farmer dude, but not very fit, more weedy.
He's a bit older as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He's a man.
He attempts to climb up and gets just straight up 3 successes. And with your
I just sort of-
assistance, he clambers up through the thing.
Great.
Yeah.
I look to the other two. Come on, we're gonna get out of here.
19 destiny. I'm going to say that you help the other 2 up.
Yay.
And then with 7 athletics,
Do I need a roll?
no, you get up. I think we've made enough drama out of climbing out of this hole with 5 of you up and a tall dude down the bottom who's quite
And then
strong.
finally, bring up the torch.
Cool.
So we can
And
see what's in here.
shine it around.
All right.
You're in a dark corridor. One of many. It looks to be in the lower floor of a manor. There's dust billowing from floorboards, cobwebs everywhere.
I'm going to turn to Skeeter and say, you said this is your neighbour's place. Do you know it at all? Do you know where we are?
I never been in here, and I only went out to the shed.
What do you know about your neighbor?
Not much. This house is meant to be abandoned, unless you talk about a vampire.
What?
A vampire?
Yeah, the old legends about the vampire in the house.
Vampires don't exist.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The only thing that's going to bite you in this house is Lily. But she's a sweetheart.
Would you like to lead?
I don't know. No, I don't want to lead. You look like a confident, fit man.
I'm just saying, if your alligator's in here, hopefully won't bite you.
Oh, yeah. If we see Lily, I'll be straight up and I'll give her a little cuddle and we'll be right. But
All right.
I'm going to let you take the lead, young strapping man.
Fair enough.
Okay. And you start to wind through some corridors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
You make some headway walking around some corridors.
just blustering along, just like
From behind you.
Lily? Is that you?
And you slowly start to hear the sound of music from upstairs. But you wander around. I'm going to make a destiny roll. 5. You travel, you walk, and you walk, and you walk, and you turn around corridors.
How
and
big
then more
is this
corridors,
house?
and then back around, and then corridors, and through one door. You push into another door, and it's just another corridor. You move back through, and I'm going to get you all to make a perception check.
2 successes.
1 success. Even and
1, 2, 3.
3.
What was the challenge level? Or was it no?
It was a scaling,
Yeah, that's fine.
We got 1, 2, and 3.
and you realize that you've been walking for 15 minutes. And after that time, it's Jen. Alicia realizes that she sucks. Like, she's really good. She's having trouble navigating. Jen realizes to the point you're probably actually like holding someone's like clothes to like,
Yeah.
because you're like stubbing your toes on things. It's real dark down here, and you've only got one torch, and probably Lachlan's like quite towards the front, and you're in a group of 6 and going through all these corridors and winding around in these old things. You're like getting separated for just moments as you wind around. But Jen, you realize that you've been going around in circles, and it's almost like this place has been built to confuse you. Like it's a maze to trap people, which is an unsettling thought. And then you turn and look back at your 4 companions.
What happened to the other two?
We appear to be missing some people.
What? Turn around.
Oh no. Hey,
What the hell was that?
Is that a female or male?
Female scream
I would
echoes through the building,
assume Haven's missing.
and Haven is missing.
Can we run towards the sound? Do you know?
I'm going to get you to
Which
make...
Yeah, run towards the...
The screams?
I can take him.
You're disoriented, so I'm going to say you're going to struggle with this. But actually, I'll get you make... Have you made a survival check?
Yes.
Okay.
7.
All right. So I'm going to get you to make a survival check to see if you can locate where the sound came from.
Okay.
Challenge level 3. Failed, which is fitting because you're struggling. So Alicia doesn't manage to pinpoint the sound, darting eyes around. Anyone else?
Well, we can't just leave her, can we?
Well, I mean, if we head towards the sound, we head towards the person that's kidnapped us, so
And hopefully a way out. You got a point.
I'll try and see if I can pinpoint.
Okay, I'll get you to make a survival check. Have I made you make one?
No, you have
Okay.
not. Oh, no, I have. I've got 3.
Who hasn't made a survival check? All of you've made one? Okay.
I make perception.
Have you made a perception check? Yes, you can make a perception check. 3 successes. 4 successes.
Nice.
Jen, you wind backwards and with confidence.
Follow me.
Okay.
All
You,
right. I would like to get everybody in front of me now, or at least closer together, so that like it's
Maybe-
harder to pick us off one by one.
I turn to you and say, maybe we should hold hands.
Everybody,
Can
grab
someone
somebody's
hold
hand.
my hand? Because I don't
hold
know
you.
where I'm going.
I'll hold you.
all right.
I
I'm
encourage
just
group
walking
hand
around in
holding.
circles.
Okay. Everyone group handholds. Skeeter walks up to Jen, is like, I'll hold your hand.
I'm currently occupied, thank you.
I'll be on like one end so that I've got a hand free to hold the torch.
Okay, and Jen's leading. You dash back through a couple of rooms, and then I want you to all to look at the monitor. And you dart back through a couple of rooms, and as you round a corner,
What the hell was that?
What's that?
darts across the room,
Is that Lily?
I let out a scream.
and you see
I shout
in the
as well.
center of the corridor just a spread of gore, viscera. Looks like intestines, organs, just pulled from one side of the room to the other across from. There's like two open doors and a corridor, and it's just pulled, stretched across between the 2 doors, straight where that shape that you just saw a flicker a half second of bolts through.
I turned the torch just like straight up for a second. Oh god. We're gonna die.
It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Everything's okay. It's fine.
Good news. I don't think it's a vampire.
Can we hear it at all? Was it completely silent?
You just hear that.
Okay. And it's travelled in a different direction?
It went perpendicular to you from one open door in a corridor through to just straight across where the gore is spread. You're probably like 10 meters away. You're on the other end of the corridor, just looking down with a torch.
Yeah.
Was that Haven? Like, can we see any bits of her clothes or something?
You have to get closer and make a perception check to determine that sort of stuff.
Do we want to get closer, though?
Let's just all be super quiet, super sneaky, and let's just keep going.
Sneaky. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cool. You're going to attempt to stealth.
Yep.
Let's be stealthy.
Okay, so Jen, 3 dice.
Ah.
Sorry, Jen, 3 dice. So nothing base, but you have 2 reflexes, so 5 dice.
Yeah, cool.
Alicia,
Yeah.
4 dice.
Okay.
Lachlan, 3 dice. And you're chasing against perception.
So I got 3.
You go.
1. 2.
2.
3, 1, and 2. Trying to beat 2. I'm going to say that you turn and sneak, and combined between 1, 3, and 2, I'm going to say average is at 2 against 2. So you kind of, for now, nothing seems to follow you. You sneak and turn holding hands. And that one thing that pulls Jen's attention is the piano, that sound of music. What do you do?
Is it in the same direction as the scream that we heard?
Well, you've found the location of
Yeah,
the
I thought
scream
the
that you
scream
heard.
was
Oh, yeah.
the-
Right.
So you're now heading in a different direction.
Oh, it's in yeah, okay.
Mm.
Let's just, I don't know, can you guys hear the music
Yeah.
playing?
Is that
Faintly,
someone
that's-
playing? Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah. It's a little too inviting, but
Yeah, inviting is the word I'd use.
you're so funny. I
At
heard
this
towards the
stage,
music.
I'm going to get Alicia
Okay.
to make a general knowledge check.
Okay.
You have 9 dice.
Whoa!
What?
I need to get more dice out of my bag. Hold on. All right.
What?
The challenge level for this is 4.
Wait, I'm just...
1, 2, 3, 4.
You just get 4.
Thank God.
It's difficult, lemon difficult. You piece together what's been happening around you, and your brain works in interesting ways. You're just very conceptual and very intelligent, and you suddenly put together. It feels like past experiences too. Maybe things you've read or studied. You feel like there's a sense that you are here for a reason. That you came here. You in particular came here deliberately.
Right.
And your head puts together this concept of a labyrinth, and you go, this place is designed to trap you. And you recall, as you've journeyed through, the one thing that hasn't confused or hasn't twisted or changed direction is that sound of that music. You know that if you navigate to that, it's a single point. Like you can cheat sound by bouncing it around, but you've picked up enough that you're confident that sound is going to be in a single location. It might be sort of a non-confusing place for you to get your bearings.
Yeah. Guys, I think we really need to find that sound.
All right.
And with a survival check, you can navigate them towards it.
Okay.
You have 7 dice. Challenge level 3.
3.
3 successes.
You just sort of tell me which direction it's coming from, and I'll leave. So,
And you lead the group.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You take over. Well, I'm going to say you hold hands with Lachlan with the torch at the front, and you direct based on the sound and your knowledge of. You've kind of solved the labyrinth, is what's happened with that general knowledge check. You've sussed out what's confusing you, and you realize that now that you've solved it, you're not spending time like crossing across the same corridor you're more moving towards a singular destination. And you arrive at a wooden door you feel like you haven't seen before. You turn the handle, open it, and inside.
Can I do something as we go?
You can, of course.
There was traps.
Yes. Oh, would you like to check for traps?
I would like
you
to
make your
check for
tinkering check. I won't tell you a challenge level. I'll keep it in my head because you shouldn't know.
1, 2,
3 successes. Yeah. You do not appear to find any traps. However, there is a little as the door is locked.
Well, if it ain't one thing, it's another thing.
So this is where it is?
Is there like a keyhole I can like look through? Or like a...
There is a keyhole. And
Or that someone else can look through?
you can't really peek through it because it's just dark on the other side. Although actually there is a small amount of warmth coming through. Like a kind of like there's an orange light sort of thing, like a small, maybe a table lamp with those old style ones with the what am I trying to say? Lampshade. Those really old like diffusing lampshades. Jen, you have a moment of clarity and you clutch and you pull out some hairpins and you're holding like sort of a bunch of your makeup stuff that's still on you. Ooh. And you can attempt to pick this lock.
Sick.
You have 6 dice for sleight of hand.
Heck yeah. I got this.
I was just going to attempt to barge through it. That might work better. Got a plan B.
2... It was challenge level 3?
It was.
I'm going to spin a disc.
Destiny?
Yeah.
With your hairpin lock pick that you unfurl, you slide it into the lock, twist it, and it clicks. The door opens. And you see a piano sitting in a nicely appointed room. On top of the piano, right towards it's a grand piano, very dark and obscure. There's like a lot of boxes and bookshelves stacked around it, so you can only really access the stool in the front of the grand. But sitting on top of the grand, which has a closed lid right now, there is almost the shape of a bird cage, but it has a black canvas sheet obscuring the top of it. And the music is coming from the grand, but no one's playing it.
This is so weird.
Yeah, that's unsettling.
What do you do?
Let's go have a look.
Yeah.
I think.
Cool. You all creep into the room.
Yeah. Yep.
The door swings shut behind you.
Do Skater and Colin make it in, or they get locked out?
You spin. You hear some belting on the door. Hey, guys! And Cohen is in the room with you. Hey, guys!
I run over.
This dang door shut on its own. You pull and rattle on the door. This dang door shut on it. And then this like screeching sound that disappears and.
Skater.
Ah, that ain't Lily.
Oh no. The holding hand system. We had it down. What?
Who let go of someone's hand?
Just look towards
Cohen.
Cohen
is just standing there. He looks like he's in a complete fugue state. Like he's just like zoned out. He's got like sweaty palms. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Right, we should have had him on the end.
What happened? That is a nice piano. Sally could play piano.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thanks. You Good looking out for each other.
Is there furniture other than the piano? Like,
Nah, it just looks like there'd be a desk. There's a desk and a chair.
I'd take him over to the chair and just
sit him in the desk. It's like an opulent, luxuriously appointed study desk with inkwells and papers and
I'd like
drawers
to
and all
look
that.
through the desk.
Cool. I'm going to get you to make... I'm going to get you to make a vocational... Actually, you make a perception check, but you can assist with a vocation check.
That's one success. What's my vocation?
So your vocation, you get 6 dice. You can choose to assist with it or not. But I'm not going to tell you what the vocation is. You roll them. Any successes above 3 add to your wins. Any failures reduce from your wins.
So I have to get at least 3 successes for it to be worth anything?
It's a gamble.
I'll do it, but I'll destiny it for advantage.
Oh, you're getting advantage? Okay. So 3s are successes.
Whoa.
Well, that helped.
Wasn't needed,
1,
but
2,
you get
3,
5
4,
successes.
5.
Which adds 2. What was your original roll?
1 success.
So you get 3 successes. You pull drawers open unexpectedly and rifle through this desk.
There's got to be something in here that can help us.
There is. You find news clippings and documents held together. It discusses the owner of the house who has died in the last few years, suddenly and mysteriously, and yet the house seems to have been maintained. He supposedly leaves his estate to his children. It's sort of some newspaper reports on it, but it largely talks of a reclusive man, one who lived alone on this hill for a very long time. And there's a bit of note in the article that he's been reported dead, and he was dead. But yeah, no one knows how he died.
This is got some interesting stuff here, and I show it around. Like, apparently the guy that owned this place is dead, which means that I got no clue who's here now. Which is a very comforting realization. Not much has changed.
It mentions his kids, but I wonder if there was a wife or maybe
Well, there
ex-wife.
had to be someone to have the kids, unless he adopted them.
Does that like spark? Can I see if that like sparks any memory or something?
You can roll general knowledge again, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just want to use my general knowledge.
It's a huge dice roll, so yeah, embrace it. And that is 5 successes.
5, yep.
Beavis.
You recall weirdly on this case when seeing that he had 3 children and his inheritance was to be split between them, and there was some contention. You feel like there was some contention as to who would be getting the house. But that recently rumors have been spread that this man's body went missing, and that was where the vampire rumors began, and that there was a monster in this house that's claimed lives.
Can I go over and look at the piano a bit
You
more
may.
closely?
It's playing itself.
And the keys are moving?
Yep.
Okay. I want to inspect the canvas that's on top with the birdcage.
Okay. I will tell you for free as you get close that you know the tune and you have a
tune play.
vocational skill in music.
Oh!
And you have 6 dice in that skill. You can play music.
6, was it?
Yep.
Oh, it's useful.
Okay, does the tune remind me of anything?
You
other
know
than
the
just
song.
Okay. Do I know how this piano could possibly be played without someone physically sitting there?
Nope. No idea.
Okay. Cool.
So you approach
Oh, I know this song. Yes.
and you look at the canvas
Yeah.
on the birdcage. It's a canvas on a bird. It's like a black cloth.
I take it off.
You lift it up. Immediately, you look into a dark cage. It's all black in there. And you see a human skull with glowing green eyes. And it chatters and moves.
Whoa.
Hello.
Oh! You can talk.
Yes.
Ah. Hello.
Do you like my tune, young girl?
I do actually. This is very eloquently played. This is fantastic.
Turn around. Who are you talking to? Holy!
Yeah, there's just this like
Oh, God.
skull chattering and talking to you. Then show me you can play it well.
Does the piano
The
stop?
piano stops playing.
Okay. Sure. Why not? I'll sit down at the piano.
All right, make a music check. Challenge level 3 to play this song. That's cocked. You can re-roll it.
It's a 6.
I know, but it's cocked.
Dang it. No.
You hit a bunch of bad notes. You're out of practice.
Yeah. And we did just get dumped into the bottom of a cellar as well. I've got a few knocks to the head.
Good broken nails.
Not as talented as you thought you were. But I will help you. Less than I would have if you could play, but I'll still help you. That is if you want my help. He says very unexpressively because he's a skull.
Do you have
can't interrupt.
a name? The skull? Does the skull have a name?
What use does a skull have for a name? Do you have a name?
No.
I see you've embraced your future, after all. Shed your names and your skin and your meat. It's liberating, he says with a strange flick of the skull.
I take my skull off to you, sir.
I tip my skull cap.
Some assistance would be greatly appreciated.
What's in it for me?
Well, are you trapped in that cage or you just live there?
I can't much move, can I? Even if I wasn't in a cage.
Well, if we happen to leave, why don't we take you with us?
No, I would prefer to stay here with the music. But how about this? I'll help you if you give me a kiss.
No.
Those are my terms.
That's
creepy.
Well, as much as I'd say that that's a bad idea, we're in the dark here, figuratively speaking and mostly literally.
Fine.
All right. So you go to kiss the skull in the cage?
Don't bite.
Oh, he won't help us unless I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I shout out, don't bite.
Destiny roll.
Can I
19.
kiss him like on the head? Like to have it
Nah, the
Third
teeth go
19.
forward. You have to kiss the teeth.
That's like the third 19.
That was a 19 for the Destiny.
Yep.
So the skull like floats forward in the cage and its teeth are bared between like a thing. It's like
Please stop chattering.
and you
Give me a-
kiss it. You kiss it right on the teeth and then pull back.
Oh, God. What does it taste like?
The music
You don't want to know.
starts playing. The notes wrap perfectly. And at the conclusion, there's a clunk. And from above, a hatch slides open and a ladder hits the floor. Thank you, darling. Be on your way then.
Yeah, we will, but... And I just get up straight away.
And as you head up, out from the labyrinth basement of the mansion towards your future, hopefully fleeing the horrible monster that has been killing your companions, you head towards your destiny, which we'll find out in the next episode. Oh my god! We did some spookies.
So spooky.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And you kissed a skull. And you know who else kissed a skull? Our patron. I don't know. Hey,
That was an interesting segue.
Thanks, patrons. Thank you to the patron's name who's sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Go to the tavern and get the new
Spooky skull.
champion, who is Spooky Skull. Insert champion here. We're not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, but that patron is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Dark Fox.
Professor X.
Tickle Duck,
Rain Aya.
Earth Angel's Tarot.
Nick.
AJ Macy.
And thank you to
Thanks,
all of
everyone.
you. Thanks to everyone. Thank you. Just thank you.
Thanks
for playing.
Thanks.
Well,
Happy Thanksgiving.
So we're currently live on Twitch. If you want to check out future one-shots on Thursdays on Twitch, come check them out. And we play 2 episodes back to back. So you'll get the head start and you'll see the full story before people on YouTube get to see the second half. So we're going to have a break for 10 minutes and have a snack. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, look, bye. Thanks, Patron. Thanks,
Bye,
Patron.
Patron. Bye.